Fairy Tales from the Fairy Trail, miles 565.2 to 637. Even though our party met at the sanctum at the same time, we did not all leave the trail at the same place. Therefore, we had to separate again, but we made plans to meet at the same settlement 3 days hence. As it was, I found myself with 2 companions and many miles to walk. As it was, spring was climbing up the mountain, and it was not long before we met the lady herself. Flowers grew wild in her twisting black hair, and when she danced in the filtered light, her topsoil-colored skin glowed gold as she sang in time with the birds and the wind. She begged us to stop off-trail for a time and come see the Dismal Falls, where we could rest and play. Since we had time to spare, we agreed, and were soon eating our second lunch beside the small but happy waterfall. So engrossed were we by the water spirits and the lady that we did not notice the time slipping by. With a start, we rushed to pack our food so that we could reach our promised shelter in time. For you see, night hiking is not dangerous or troublesome. In fact, it can be rather fun, but only if you finish before the witching hour. In the time between twilight and midnight, the night spirits are wild but kind. Dancing satyrs, singing nymphs, gentle owl women, and the like make this time of night their home. But in the witching hour, the cruel beings begin their hunts. The twisted hags, the lumbering trolls, and the foul ogres, and the slinking skinwalkers will do everything in their power to lure you to your doom. And only a secured shelter or camouflaged tent can keep you from their gaze. So we ran. We ran to the shelter, racing the sun as we went. And while we could not beat the night, we could beat the hour. And so we rushed over rocks and streams and through sky and trees. But we made it in time and were spared from these dangers, as we laughed and whispered in the dark of the night until sleep overcame us. I stepped onto the fairy trail and stepped into a fairy tale, and though my name was lost to me, I found my path clear and free. So now there is nothing left to do but walk a mile in another's shoes, and hope to find what was lost to me, the mountain lord my way to keep, until I find my way back home, where I might live true and known, forevermore, forevermore.